My name is Conan Angelo. In 1982, I went off to Spain to be in the film Conan the Barbarian. I was hired as a massage therapist as well as a stuntman for the 5-month production. I created a website called ConanTreasure.com for all those who fell in love with the movie and fell in love with the fantasy. Welcome to Conan Treasure. On this website, I have several icons. Each icon has to deal with something that had to be related to the movie itself. Over here is called Conan Movie Face Technique. This technique was a face massage technique that I learned in between the movie Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer. At the time of the filming of Conan the Barbarian, I did not know it. But I have this on the icon so that all those barbarians and Viking princesses can learn how to keep their face more youthful. Over here is an icon called How I Became Arnold's Fighting Friend. I became Arnold's fighting friend during the movie, and I always had the goal of meeting him and being with him and training with the broadsword. When I was 22, I was living at a naked hippie beach in the island of Maui. This was 1972 and I was 22 years old. Somebody looked at me because I looked like a barbarian after 3 months at this place. He said I reminded him of the character Conan the Barbarian, and he asked me if I had read any of the comic books. At that time, I had no clue of what he was talking about. I was given the comic books by him when he left the island, and I looked at the character, the cartoon character, and I thought someday there'll be a Hollywood Conan who would be playing this part, and I would have to be his friend, and I'd also have to be his fighting friend. On this icon is called Nutrition for Barbarians. I call this a information for all those who need to feed themselves better. When I used to eat with Arnold lunch, dinner, breakfast, lunch, dinner for 5 months, I watched what he ate, ordered everything that he ate to see how lean he ate. After knowing him for years, then I was on my own. I did not know much more about nutrition except what I was taught when I joined this company called Isagenix. Isagenix gives me a variety of material for my body that helps me train with the broadsword and axe, which is very difficult to wield. On this icon, I have a link to Arnold's top fan site. Years ago, when the internet was a bit young, there was only about 5 network websites dealing with Arnold. This particular website was the best. And Arnold actually gave it some awards because it covered him so magnificently. This is called thearnoldfans.com. If you ever go to that or set up with this link, you'll find the best information of what Arnold is doing with movies, etc. This icon here is my own true barbarian tale. Again, when I was 22 living on this island and living at a naked hippie beach, which made me very barbaric looking, I was given this comic book of Conan the Barbarian back in 72, and it changed my whole life. I started to structure my whole life around what I saw in the comic book. I would practice with different kinds of sticks and bones to pretend like I had axes or swords, and I looked at the body saying, one day I'll meet this guy who was going to play this character, and I'd have to become his friend. This tale goes from that point all the way to the first day on the movie set. This is an icon that will bring you to either the game of Conan the Barbarian or the author of Conan, Robert E. Howard. I would like you to go to that website called ConanTreasure.com to find out more information. In the meantime, my next posts will be in more detail over what you see here.